Are you flunking your classes? Are you failing your tests? It's okay, because this is a school survival guide. I'm gonna hold your hand and we're gonna get through this together. Hey, welcome back to Trying My Best podcast. Today's episode is called Trying My Best to Survive School. I feel like on the internet there are a bunch of videos about how to become an academic weapon, how to be like the top 1% of students, and those videos are really inspiring and all, but I totally get it if you're someone who's just not doing well in school right now. If you're really struggling, those tips can sound really intimidating and unrealistic. Which is why I've created the ultimate school survival guide for people who are just trying not to fail. These tips are academic related, but if you want something that's more comprehensive and holistic, be sure to let me know and follow for more tips and tricks like this. Okay, number 1 is to keep a planner. This can be digital or manual, and fortunately my school gives out physical planners. And I realized early on that it's such a lifesaver. And with planners, there are a bunch of options that you can choose from. There are daily planners with like the times on them, and there are weekly ones, monthly ones, or you could just get like a simple calendar and use that as your planner. I personally really like weekly ones, and that's the one that my school gives me as well, because there's a lot of space for you to write down commitments, meetings, tasks, and even to-do lists, but you still get like an overview of the week. Also, it's really easy to flip between the pages and see like what you need to do for the whole month. But all in all, planners are very useful for you to jot down assignments, especially if you're missing your assignments, okay? If you're constantly handing them in late, you definitely need a planner. Especially if you're a busy student or a student athlete, I'm sorry, there's just no way that you're going to be able to store all of that information in your head alone. So write them down somewhere and keep track of your assignments and your tests. For all of my Sadie Wens, Rory Gilmores, and Paris's out there, this is how you ensure that your student council meeting doesn't clash with a basketball fixture or an orchestra rehearsal, or whatever extracurricular you have. Number 2 is to get enough sleep. Sleep is your ultimate weapon, guys. Especially because everyone else is sleeping at midnight or later. I feel like our generation, because of the internet and just social media, definitely are not doing a very good job at sleeping for 8 to 10 hours a day. Just by getting in more sleep, you're gonna be able to lock in so much more. When I was in year 10, or that means freshman if you're from America, my mom forced me to sleep at 8 p.m. Which is kind of brutal, but honestly, I feel like it helped me a lot. At first I was kind of scared that I would get to talk to my friends and text my friends less because I sleep so early, but now it's just kind of one of my boundaries that my friends accept. I personally find that my body and my mind and my brain just kind of work so much better when I've been getting enough sleep. Personally for me, I find it better when I study at night and then sleep at 8. Then I can get a good night's sleep and then wake up at 5 to study some more or something, as opposed to staying up really late to complete all of my work. Now, obviously, I know that sleeping at 8 or 9 doesn't work for everyone, but just try to get at least 8 hours of sleep. Or 7, but ideally 8 or more. And definitely try to sleep before 11 p.m. It's so hot, I'm sweating. Anyway, number 3 is to charge your laptop at night. Now, obviously, this only applies if your school uses electronic devices when you study, and I don't get how some people function in the morning when their laptop is on 18%. Not only are you gonna have to waste time and energy trying to find a charger or borrow a charger if you didn't bring one, I just feel like it's not a very good start to the day. You don't feel very productive, so it's not hard to just charge the laptop before you go to sleep and then wake up the next day with 100%. It makes you more prepared and it makes you feel ready to tackle the day. Number 4, listen in class. It's not that hard. I don't know if this is just my personal experience, but I've been in class, okay? So this picture, we're studying physics, okay? So like atomic matter or whatever, right? And then I'm at the back of the class and I look in front of me. Everybody's on their laptops, but no one is actually focusing. I see people on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube playing games, calling with someone from another class. Like, it's insane. Once I've seen a girl done a birthday post in physics class. Like, oh my god. And then the person next to me was doing a touch typing test or something. Like, when everyone's distracted, I know it's easy to kind of be distracted as well, and because everyone else is doing it, why can't you do it as well? But listening in class is literally the best way. Like, if you're not listening in class, you need to start listening in class, because the teacher's job is to teach you, right? And when you listen, you're gonna get it, or at least you're gonna understand more, and then you'll be able to self-study later if you really need to. But listening and focusing in class helps so much more, and it also reduces the time you will need to revise later. Like, you're in school for a reason. Just listen in class. Number 5 is to get on the teacher's good side. Hear me out, okay? I know this can be hard, especially if you're shy or the teacher is just... But never be afraid to ask questions and ask for help if you're unsure. The teachers love it when you do that. It makes them feel like they're doing something. And it makes them feel appreciated. Say thank you when they hand out the worksheets, or apologize if you're late to the class. Just be polite and be engaged with whatever they're teaching. It's not cringe or it's not weird to be friendly to teachers, okay? Just trust me. When they don't hate you and you're actually comfortable with them, it's so much easier to actually learn, because you can ask them questions if you're unsure. You can go to them during break for some extra help, and then your performance will skyrocket. Number 6, ideally, you would want to review your notes regularly, but even I don't do that because it's really hard to get in the habit of just reviewing notes for no reason. But the easiest way to keep yourself familiar with the work and the curriculum is to complete your homework. Instead of just ChatGPTing it, just do it yourself. It's good practice and it's just revision in itself. Which leads me on to my next point. It's use ChatGPT properly. ChatGPT or any other AI chatbot is your teacher. It's not an answer generator, okay? Ask it to explain concepts to you that you don't understand. Ask it to produce like a step-by-step answer scheme. Stop asking ChatGPT to do your homework for you. Now, the last tip that I have for today is before an end-of-unit test or a quiz, try to study for at least 3 days before the actual test. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to do hours and hours of revision every single day before the test, but 3 days is enough time for you to revise without feeling rushed. And also, if you realize that you have no idea what's happening, at least you have some time to ask your teacher for help, or ask ChatGPT for help, or just self-study. That is all for today. I wish you all the best of luck since school is back in full swing again. Until next time, keep trying your best, because that's more than enough. Thank you.